There's AB the Barber, aka the Barber's Barber, aka your favorite barber, aka Jack of all trades, master of none. Excuse the bid, man. I've been working on this car all day and I got a lot of things done today. So I want to show y'all exactly what I've accomplished so far. To the car, I'll probably show you maybe tomorrow. But with regard to box opening, this is what this video is about. We got a new package in the mail today, and I would just like to show everyone exactly what I plan to do with this 2009 Toyota Camry. So let's see what we got. All right, so this package just came in the mail today, and it's funny because I took the entire car apart yesterday, and this wasn't supposed to come for another couple of days. So I got it earlier than what I thought I would. So I'm thankful and grateful for that. Trying to open the box without necessarily ripping it all apart. Now, I will tell you that the place that I purchased this from is called Rhino. And if anyone knows anything about car audio, Rhino is a pretty big name in the car audio business. So, Rhino. I don't want to say the second part because it's going to give it away if I tell you. Imagine, this car is a 2009, okay? Before even they knew about sophisticated technology like this. 2009 was what? That was 12 years ago, right? Look, I'm bringing this 2009 into the new millennium. Ooh, with a Tesla style radio. Ooh! So the company I bought this from is called Rhino Radio. Would you look at the screen though? Would you look at the screen on that thing? I thought it was 10 inches, man. That looks bigger than a 10-inch screen, man. That is a really, really big screen. Now, my dad has a Camry, and his is 215, 16, is it? Or 18, something like that. It's new. It's almost new, and I don't even think his screen is that big. And this comes with auto AC, OB2 reader, diagnostic interface, scanner, which I already have an OBD2 reader, but that'll help. I'll leave that in there. This was also supposed to come with, I think, some interface. Oh, look at that! Do you know how long I've been wanting to have these tools? Man, they came with a whole set of tools to take the vehicle apart. Thank you, Lord. I needed those, man. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This ain't. Hold on. This ain't. No. This ain't what I ordered something with some Bluetooth or some. Well, I see it has a backup camera. All right, there's the backup camera. I ordered the backup camera. I ordered the CarPlay. The Android CarPlay, so it can like just show the screen, the phone screen displayed on the actual monitor. Now, wait a minute, that was supposed to have like that's just an AM FM radio, looks like right there, but it has Wi-Fi and GPS. But where is there's no DVD player or CD player associated with this thing? I guess you really don't need a DVD player or a CD player in this age of technology. But the AC now is now no longer analog. It's now digital. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we got here is what I wanted to do. I got the entire dash and everything torn apart. And what I wanted to do is see exactly what came with this head unit, because I paid over $500 for this, man. It was like 500 and something bucks. And I know I just didn't just play for a screen and an AM FM radio. Now I see there's a backup camera. Now it did have options for a DVD player. It was an external DVD player, and I think it goes under the seat, but it was a little too steep. It was like an extra $200, $300. When I had everything on it that I wanted, was a Android CarPlay, the DVD player, the bird eye view, 360 degree cameras all around the car, backup camera, navigation. When I tallied up everything, it was over $2,000. So I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't mean to spend. I could have went and got a Pioneer or a Kenwood for like $600-$700 and would have did everything that this does. But the screen would not have been. It has a microphone. Here's a mic, and hopefully I can start making some videos in the car soon, where I can get like a GoPro or something like that in the near future. Because that's a USB cable, which probably I could put some USB files or something, video, audio. What is this? OBD reader. Here's a couple brackets to install. CAN bus decoder, TD Toyotas. So this looks like it might be definitely Chinese made. And this is the GPS, so it does have navigation. Thank you. This is a GPS antenna. And it comes with an extra, wireless. Has one that's wireless and one that's analog. Looks like. How's it on? Now, would you believe that this freaking radio has line outputs? Could you believe that? Do you know how long I've been outside in my vehicle putting together wiring on all the stock speaker on all the stock speaker wires, and matching them up with wires that I'm going to send to my LC7i to convert the signal from a signal that the amplifier from the stock amplifier to an aftermarket amplifier can recognize. And this freaking thing came with video for the backup camera, video in from an external DVD player, auxiliary in from an external source, and auxiliary in left and auxiliary in right. So here are auxiliary in. So that's from something else. Could be a DVD player. Yeah, this could be from the DVD player. It looks like it has S camera in and one just for the camera back. Now, this has RCAs. Front left, front right, right rear, front right, front left, rear right. Here are the freaking RCAs. Let me show you. Let me show you why that right just really why I just spent about 3 hours, maybe 2 hours, looking at a diagram on how to. I was looking at a diagram on the wiring harness and radio for 2009 to 2011 Toyota Camry. Let me show you why I'm so surprised when I seen RCA cables, and I should have known that. Now, here's the vehicle. The vehicle is completely, and I mean completely, already taken apart completely. Now, I have ran speed wire. Do you see this? Speed wire is left front, left back, and right back speaker wires of positive and negative. Okay, and one wire for the ACC power source, which is a gray wire with this particular car. But do you see I have tagged all of these? I have found each one of these individual wires. I have T-capped, T-capped every one of these wires. I mean, all of these freaking wires have T-capped these wires. It took me maybe 2 or 3 hours to find these wires, to T-cap all the wires, to run the wires from here all the way down the vehicle. Now, I told you guys I was going to show you yesterday, but since I'm in tomorrow, but since I'm already out here, I got wires for the door speakers here. I got 2 sets of wires for the 2 horns that are going in the front. I got a set of wires for the door speaker over there, and I have ran this speed wire all the way to the back. So I got the 2 horn wires ran. I got the 2 horn wires ran. I got the 2 6x9 PRV wires ran. Here is the wire here. I ran it through a grommet. I want to make sure I get you guys some good footage. Just in case there are some Camry owners out there that think, hey man, this is a foreign car. I don't know if I can really do all the stuff that I could do to it, to an American-made car. Lot, whoop-de-whoop. All right. So let me get a light from out here. Get a quick light source here, guys. What the heck? I put the right. Now, I got the speaker. Listen, I got the box all together. I've drilled the holes to mount the box in the rear deck lid. I've had to cut away a lot of fiberglass from the bottom of the box to make sure that the 2/8 fit correctly. The 6.5s are really good. Look at all of this. I want you guys to see this, man. Look at this. Do you see all of, do you know what I had to do to tag every one of these wires? To find every one of these wires? And on top of that, I can't even find my doggone multimeter, man. We just moved into this house. I haven't unpacked all my stuff, but I've got so many multimeters. I got so many test lights. I can't find one, man. Not one multimeter, man. Not one freaking test light, bro. God. Like, I'm pretty sure that the diagram was correct showing that the ACC power source was the gray wire, but I haven't done anything to cross-check to see, man. Now, I ran the positive and negative for both horns here through the grommet. Oh, through the grommet right there. You see, that is where the two on both sides. One on that side there, and one on that side right there. So these two wires here. Hopefully this helps someone, man, because to get to that grommet was extremely a lot easier than what I thought it would be. And you see how both of those wires, and those are true New Concepts 12 gauge speaker wire. So I mean, it's not a little wire. Like this is some are probably the largest speaker wire unless you're running 10 gauge or something like that. But for just, and this is oxygen free copper, man. It's OFC, New Concepts, man. New Concepts 12 gauge pure oxygen free copper ultra flex. So I bought this wire a long time ago, but it's good when you guys buy stuff for your car, man, for a project. If you don't use it on that project, make sure you keep whatever you purchase for projects in the future. That is a word to the wise. I guarantee you, man, I have found so many things that I've needed for this project from previous projects, and from previous projects to even previous projects and that. So, and I'll let you guys see exactly. Well, this is how I feel about that radio, man, because it was so when I see the screen, look at that. Like, that's the radio that came with the car, right? Look at that, man. I mean, that is out of date, bro. Honestly, man. Like, and you think that it would have been like an FM, AM and FM, more than just an AM FM radio source, hopefully, that comes with that unit. But honestly, man, I had already set the car up to where I, in the LC7i from Audio Control, I could run it directly with from the existing stock speaker wires. I could run those speaker wires from the stock location, which was, I thought it's an LE. It's like a baseline, so it doesn't have the JBL system that the SE has, where the JBL stock amplifiers underneath the dash, underneath the passenger side dash. But that car doesn't even have the JBL system. So I took the entire right dash apart for nothing, but I mean, it's not that much to put it back together. But I mean, if you see a side by side with these two things, look at this, man. Like, come on, man. That's like night and day, bro. Like, come on. Like, look at the screen compared to that. Like, none of these whack controls down here anymore. This thing should just fit right in with that. Man, hopefully it's just an easy fit, man. It's just. Now, what I want to do is I want to grab everything that I have to put the car together, or to all of the accessories, all of the the electronics. I want to take all the electronics. I want to get it out of the vehicle and just see all what I have to put in the car. What I would like to do is to run a test run once I get the speakers wired up. So tomorrow we're wiring speakers. We are mounting the speaker box test fit on the mount. I've already drilled the holes. All I have to do is actually put it in, put the washers, put the nuts and the screws in just to see how it really fits. All right. Once I do that test fit, I'll take it back out again and I'll reload the speakers into the box. So I'm going to put an 8-inch speaker in the box on both sides. I'm going to put 2 tweeters in the box on both sides. The box has to be mounted. The box has to be mounted in the 6.5-inch location. So let me move all this stuff out of the way real. And I'm going to go and get the box. And I'm going to look at all of the... Yeah, that is latest and newest in technology right there. That is a really nice screen. But I'm going to look at all the electronics that I have that need to be connected, and to ensure that I have all of the actual RCAs, all of the speaker wire, all of the connectors that are necessary to actually make all of the electronics work in the vehicle. All right, so let's dig in the bag of goodies here. We got here. Okay, here, this is everything for the Rhino radio. Make sure we keep up with everything, all the RCAs, all the connections for the radio, the USB ports, whatever that is, connections, RCA cables or video in and out, the backup, and I'm going to run the backup camera tomorrow. I will drill a hole and mount the backup camera as well tomorrow. I will mount the radio tomorrow. Let's see. I have so much work to do, man. I have so much work to do when it comes to this car. It's so much to do. I thought, okay, all I had to do is this. All I got to do is that. All I got to do is this. But honestly, man, when you look at exactly how much each of these things take, and you know, I've ordered so much stuff to have it done correctly, and you know, when it just takes time, man. I have a lot to do. I have the SMD4 inline ANL fuse holder. I got all the 12 gauge wire connectors. I have the O-ring connectors, and I have like the T-TAP connectors, which now I'm thinking like, I don't really know why I got the T-TAP. I should have got the butt connect. I thought I ordered butt connectors as well. I'm not sure why. I was thinking probably just to connect the two different speakers, like the two 8s together, and make them 2 ohms, run them in parallel, make them 2 ohms. I got probably in my opinion, the best RCAs. These are the 8000 series Stinger RCAs. Those are absolutely the best RCAs that I've ever used. I got 4 gauge ring terminals. More of the 8000, and these are actually splitters. These are 8000 series Stinger splitters, 2-into-1. These are the speaker grills for the 8s. Another set of splitters. I mean, mind you, man, these splitters are maybe like $40, something just for this little splitter, man. But I got a good deal. I don't think I paid that much, but they are very expensive. Okay, here is the 750.2 Orion amp, which I am going to run the tweeters with the 750.2. I have I'm going to run them probably at 4 ohms a piece I'm not going to bridge them or anything. Just going to run them 4. I think they're capable of 250 watts RMS. So I have to look at the diagram again and see exactly how much power I can send to those things. And I'll decide whether I can bridge it or not. This is the XL SMD for fuse holder. This is the larger one. I can show you what it looks like. See, it's a really nice fuse holder. I think I could have gotten away with just the 2, but I was going to do the big 3 upgrade and everything with this one. It's a very nice piece. I think it was like $60, $65, $70. I think it's well worth it, man. It's definitely. This will be up front under the hood. I'm gonna mount this. I might get started again tonight, maybe for a couple of hours or so. I'm gonna mount this under the hood, and I need to terminate some wire, some 0 gauge wire, and run from the alternator to this, from this to the battery. From this to the battery, and then from here all the way back to the rear. And all the wires are already ran. All I need to do is to terminate some wires and to locate them in the places that I think they should go. That's the thing about car audio. Everyone likes to see the nice screen, 10-inch screen, all the nice amps and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, the big brunt of doing any type of car audio project is wiring. I don't even have the horns yet, but I've already wired the car to have the horns, because the wiring is the most difficult part, to run those wires through the grommets and that, which it's not difficult, but it is the most strenuous and time-consuming part of the actual build. Finding a location to mount it and actually mounting the horn, it'd probably take maybe 30 minutes to an hour to even have it wired up, and every 20 or 30 minutes to find a location and to actually mount the horn. Wiring, finding a power source, a positive and negative back to the amp. I'm not sure exactly how the horns, I've never wired the horns up before, so this will be new to me. I'm not sure if it just will run off of 15 watts from the amp, or it needs its own power source. Once I order it and see, then I'll know exactly what to do. These are the 8000 audiophile Stinger RCAs that I like, and it's the 8000 series. I bought them off of eBay. Man, if you go to a retail store and try to purchase these things for like 12 or 15, 17 foot, man, you're looking at maybe $100. I mean, for like 20 feet, about $100, man, just for some RCAs. I think I paid $30 for these. They're only 3 foot, maybe a little less. But see, I didn't need for the actual RCAs to be long, because I didn't have an RCA location at my dash. So there was no need for me to run RCAs all the way up to the deck. I was going to run the RCAs to the magical piece of this whole puzzle. Voila! The LC7i. this is what I was going to run all of my RCAs. I was going to run all of the stock stereo speakers. It's all the stock speaker wire to the LC7i. That's why I did all that tabbing and stuff last night and today, man. I spent so much time labeling all that stuff and wiring all that stuff. And to be honest, I may not even need to do that now. But I don't have any long RCA cables. And I refuse to use cheap RCAs. I don't care what anyone says. RCAs is a major part of sounding good. SQL quality, sound quality has a lot to do with RCA cables. You get a buzzing noise or all that zzz, or noises when the car idles, or noises when the car revs up in the system, all because of RCA cables or putting things together without a line output converter. Okay, now this deal here is pretty tricky. I've seen a couple different people put these together on eBay. Some people say you don't need ACC remote from the deck or from anywhere to put this together, but it has a remote in right there, so, and a remote out. So I'm thinking I'll run the remote into here and the remote out to the amplifiers. And I already have a remote wire. I believe it's a remote wire that's running from the deck all the way back to the rear of the vehicle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this very close to my amplifier, just like such, right? Amplifiers here, LCC7Is right there. What I'm going to do is the first two channels are normally just all frequency, mid-range frequency from A to B, A to Z. The next two channels are the same thing, all of the frequency from A to Z. Now the third channel is normally for a subwoofer, so it only has subwoofer tones from like maybe 100 hertz all the way down to maybe 15 or 20 hertz. There is I've seen online where you can take this cover off with these two screws here, and you can switch the lever inside of the LC7i, and actually make it so all three channels are completely from A to Z frequency. Because I don't have a subwoofer in the car right now, so I don't need a subwoofer channel right now until I do get some subwoofers, but I don't have any right now. Okay. So let me grab my other screwdriver and I will show you exactly So I got my other screwdriver. Move. This is an LC7i. Hopefully this screwdriver will fit. And it looks like it needs to even be a smaller screwdriver. So let me grab the other one. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Hopefully this cross tube screwdriver will work. And there does not seem to be any directions that have come with this LCC7i, which I know there should be a great deal of directions that have come with this particular. Oh, yes, there are directions. I'll take that back. Oh, there's 2 more screws on the back side. And basically what I'm going to do is I have a 2-channel amp and I have a 4-channel amp. This 4-channel amp I'm going to temporarily use until I get the 1000.4 XTR Orion amplifier, which is only a couple $100. The amplifier that I'm using now is like a $400 amplifier. It's pretty expensive. It's a very, very powerful amplifier. And where does it show to actually move? Auto mode. Something so quick on here. Says auto mode. On off. This is the first time I've actually gotten to take a look at this this board here on the LC7i without the Yeah, it's a motherboard of some sort, like a computer. Oh, come with come with a guitar pick. Look at that, look at that. Wow. Um, It doesn't actually show a diagram, so I'll have to actually read all these directions, instructions. But if you look at other videos, you'll be able to see, and I should be able to see it here too. Yeah. I've seen online so many times where there's a lever that you just click to allow these this other two channels to be the full bandwidth of frequency from 10,000 hertz all the way down to 15 hertz. It says GTO and auto mode. If you see that right here, it says auto mode, up or down, GTO mode, left or right, or up or down as well. GTO mode and auto mode. I think you just take it off. Yeah, okay. You just take all right. Take this little piece off. Let me put it back on. So, here there are 3 prongs. There are 3 prongs here. Here is the auto mode. Here is the GTO mode. What you do is there are 3 prongs. There are 3 prongs here. So what you do is take this off completely. Notice there are 3 prongs. You put it in the 2 prongs up there. It's subwoofer mode, I believe. If you put it in the 2 prongs down here, okay, auto mode. So I want to say auto mode probably means that it recognizes whether it's a high frequency or a low frequency a speaker. So I'm going to place it back on there again. All right, so I put it in the position it was in. The GTO is on as well. So I'm going to have to read this exactly what the GTO is and what the auto on and off mode is as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this as much as I possibly can. I'm going to hook up all the RCAs and everything the best way I can to see if I can really visualize the system outside of the vehicle. Put everything together. Tomorrow, more than likely, I'm going to hook up all the power in the vehicle so that I can play the system before I completely install it, just to ensure that it all works. All right. So this is AB the Barber, man, giving y'all another how to do, another installation. This is everything. The Tesla 10-inch screen, the LC7i, the 750.2 Orion 2-channel, and I got a big boy in here. A real big boy. That is, I mean, probably one of the most powerful 4 channels ever made, which is, oh man, if I can get this big thing out of here. This is a 2500.4 XTR Orion amplifier. I don't need all this power for this system, but I'm going to use one of the channels of this amplifier, probably at 4 ohm load. I'm going to bridge it. I'm going to see, first I'll probably just do one channel at 4 ohms to see how the speakers do. And if they do good, then I'll bridge the amplifier to see how much power the actual speakers can take or can hold. Yeah, so that is the actual setup. The amplifier, this is granite, so it shouldn't, this granite shouldn't hurt the amplifier shouldn't hurt the granite. So what I have here is a monster of an Orion amplifier. I mean, you could run subs. It's a Class AB amplifier, so it plays all the frequencies from 20,000 hertz all the way down to 10 hertz. But this deal is a monster. I guarantee it. This amplifier here, this little dusty. I was working on the car around it today, but this 750.2, man, it's loud. This little 750, this amp does 675 watts at 2 ohms per channel. And that's what the burst sheet says. 675 watts. That's times 4. That's 2400 plus 4 times 75 is 300. That's 2700 watts. And this is a 2500.4. The burst sheet says 2700. So I have 2 8s. And I'm going to show you guys right now. So we got this 2500.4, the 750.2, the LC7i, the SMD fuse holder, the SMD XL fuse holder, all of the accessories, including the RCA cables, the Rhino radio with all the RCA connections as well. Of course, we have all of the terminals and everything that we need to terminate the wire to actually hook everything up. Let me go and grab one of my favorite beers real quick. And I'm not sponsored by anybody. It just happens to be my favorite beer. Very good. Now, without further ado, YouTube family, let me show you what I have been working on this whole time. Please let me show you, please. And I have given most of my effort and time to that dashboard, to their rear deck lid, and to this prize of a speaker box. I have given a lot of hours, a lot of dedication, a lot of time to this box, and I am just gonna, it is painted the exact same color as the car. The Orion subs are looking beautiful. I mean, not subs, mid-range speakers are looking beautiful. Those are HCCA 4.5-inch bullet tweeters. That's an 8-inch mid-range, 6.5-inch mid-range, 6.5-inch mid-range, and an 8-inch mid-range. That is an SMD 4.1 lead speaker lead connector. Okay. But look at the paint on that thing, would you? Would you look at that? Wait till I put the grills in that thing. The grills are going to look so good. The grills really change the way it looks, man. I am so proud of that speaker box, man. I'm freaking proud of it. I mean, it probably took me about 2 weeks to build, on and off. It's about, somewhere between, like, before it was all complete, it was like 2 months. 2 weeks to a month, but I mean, I probably worked on it maybe 2 weeks. But as you can see, the speakers, just fit so nice. And with the actual Orion grills, I think it is just absolutely perfect. Do you see that, YouTube family? Do you see that? That is going to be an amazing speaker box and system. Look at that, man. Just look at that. Now, the trick to this is I only have one 6.5-inch grill. And for the life of me, I cannot find the other 6.5-inch grill. Now, people tell me all the time. They say Abdul, they say AB, they say Lance, they say all these different names that people call me. They say, man, it's always something. I'd be like, man, you sure enough is right, man. Damn, it's always something, man. God. Now, I'm looking for, the speaker grill. All right. Let me see if I can find a speaker grill just to show you guys how nice. Look at that. Man, would you look at that? Look at that. In comparison to the, like, it almost looks silver. Like, in the car is the exact same color, but that's in the light. So you see all that. It looks pearl almost, man. It looks really, really, really good, bro. And I test fitted it today many times. Many times. And it actually fits, believe it or not. It fits. That's the other speaker grill, man. I need a speaker grill. If anyone out there in YouTube land has a 6.5 coaxial speaker grill that's black and says Orion, please send it to me. Please, I'm begging you, man. Do you want me out looking like this? Huh? Do you want me to install it in my car looking like that? Huh? Really? Do you? Man, come on, somebody, man. Now, I intentionally drill holes here and here because I am going to run that 12 gauge cable from here to here, and then from here to here, and then it'll be one more cable that comes from here to here. All right? So it's going to look pretty neat with this type of stuff. I think this 4.2 or 4.42.1 or something speaker lead connector is supposed to be mounted inside the box. That's what I've seen Steve Mead do. That's where I got the idea from. Steve Mead, he mounted those things inside the box, but there was no room for this box to have the speakers and to have that mounted. So I decided just to mount it on the outside and have the wires exposed as like another dimension to like the art of this box, you know? And to be honest with you, I like it, man. I really do. I think the box is pretty damn good box, man. Pretty kick ass if you ask me. Shit. How do you say that? But yeah, man. I think that calls for a Modelo break. Let me pop the top on this real quick. Ooh. Oh, that's some of the best beer. There's something about this Negra. The Modelo Negra is the best beer, man. It honestly is, bro. The regular Modelo is good. This is like full flavor, full body. Oh, it tastes good. And it's something about them like, I just drank a whole one. I just opened the top. I can just drink these things like nonstop. I hope I don't get flagged. I don't think many people watch these videos anyway, but if I don't get flagged for drinking on camera, is that legal? I need to read the YouTube rules, but yeah, man. That's all I got. I'm working on I gotta get the radio in. It seems pointless though that I have did all of this tagging and found all of these speaker wires, and the new radio has RCA outputs. So, I might just be market for purchasing some long RCA cables. But the thing is, I've already installed all of the speed wire. This what is it? 9 wire it's a 9 wire cord. So it's a jacket of 9 16 gauge wires, like 16 to 22 gauge wires. It's a, excuse me. I forgot I was recording. Well, don't mind me, man. We all do it, man. Everybody's got to get on the toilet every now and then. But it's 9 wires in a blue jacket, and it's 9 wires in a blue jacket, and it has 2 each wires for each speaker in the car. Left front, left rear, right rear. That's 8 wires, plus 1 remote wire, which is blue, obviously, normally. And the Camry, the actual accessory wire, is gray, believe it or not. So, what I'm supposed to do is actually run all those wires. Now, have all the wires run. I'm going to have to decide whether I'm just going to use the RCA outputs that are furnished with the actual new radio, or I'm going to just use. I've already ran all the wires. I might as well just run the wire directly to the LCC7i and go with the program. If I need to in the future add a subwoofer, I can always use the preamp outputs that's in the back of the rear deck, and that's perfect, man. Cause yeah, that's perfect. So I'm gonna do some. Probably gonna get all of this stuff straightened out. Probably gonna install some of these things into the car tonight. Go ahead and terminal. Terminate all the zero gauge wires and everything. Terminate from the alternator to the battery, from the battery to the distribution block, from the distribution block all the way to the rear of the deck. To the rear of the car. I need to terminate that wire in the rear as well. I need to actually add a second battery because that amplifier is a beast of an amplifier, and it requires probably about 100 or so amps, maybe what is it, maybe 40 to 80 amps or something. I don't know what the amperage is on the or what type of fuses are on the thing, or what the fuses are rated at. But yeah, it's a beast. But that's enough for today. I'm gonna get to work, and I'll catch you guys on later.